of you, 7B. Welcome to the biology class. Hope you are fine, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
good
ma'am.
morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy
Yes,
to
ma'am.
attend the class? Yes? Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So before I begin, I would
Yes,
just
ma'am.
like to recall what we did in the last class. We were talking about the asexual method of reproduction in the lower organisms, and in that we discussed the first one, that is binary fission. With the help of two examples of the two organisms, that is amoeba and paramecium, we discussed that how binary fission takes place in them. Yes, then we moved on to multiple fission. Multiple fission where the breaking of the organism, you can say, it takes place many times and it results in the formation of many individuals, that is multiple fission. And here we took the example of plasmodium, right?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay, then
yes,
thereafter
ma'am.
we discussed about spore formation, and I got a query. I think it was Iram. There was a query on the WhatsApp group, and the child wanted to ask what is sporangium. So I did not give the answer because then it was like a little confusing maybe. So I thought of explaining it to you here on the board. So before we proceed to our today's topic, I'll just discuss what is sporangium. Now children, as I told you, spores are very small structures. These are the structures that contain nucleus and they are encircled in a membrane. And this membrane, or you can say the covering, it is very, very hard. Why it is hard? So that these remain protected. Fine. These remain protected, and when the conditions are favorable, when they get enough nutrients, when the atmosphere, it has all the favorable conditions, then these spores, they germinate into a new plant. And this type of reproduction, that is spore formation, it is generally seen in the fungus. This is what I have already told you. Now if you remember, when I've told you about the bread, I told you that it is called, the fungus is called bread mold. Yes, rhizophus. So I told you that if you keep the bread and like if sometimes you forget it, you keep it in a box and you forget it, and you go out or something like that, and then after some days when you come back, you see some black colored powdery substance on it, on the bread. It may be a roti or it may be a bread, whatever. Fine. So this powdery substance, if you observe under the microscope, if you take a microscope, you know a microscope is a device which is used to see small things which are not visible with your naked eyes. Fine. So when you want to see children under the microscope, you will observe a whole plant-like structure. It's not, the body is not divided into branches, stem as a proper plant, but plant-like structure you will see. And there you see a structure, this type of structure. Fine. And this balloon-like structure. Please put your videos off. When I do anything on the board, at that time your video should be off so that the board is properly visible to you. Yes, thank you. So this structure is balloon-like oval structure. This is called sporangium, and inside this spores are present. So I told you that this is, supposing this is a spore. Yes, this is the hard covering and this is the spore. So these spores are present in the sporangium. Sporangium, and when the wall of the sporangium bursts, all of a sudden with a jerk it bursts, it gets open, and then what happens? These sporangia, they scatter up. They scatter here and there, and then when they keep lying in the air, and then when the conditions are favorable, then we see that we start germinating. I hope it is clear now, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, when
beta.
sporangium bursts, ma'am, when sporangium bursts.
Actually, see, beta, actually, like for you, like you are in class 7 right now, fine. You will be studying about it in detail. See what happens? There is a proper time for everything. This is actually a plant. Fungus is actually a plant, fine. A very small, a lower plant. So this is all happening naturally. Like you see the division of the nucleus. So it is random. It happens naturally,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
So the spores are there. Conditions such they burst and rupture and spores.
Ma'am, I am
Okay?
not able to hear you.
See, it is a natural process. I want to explain you that it is a plant first of all, a very low plant. Fine. You heard about hypothesis, this is hypothesis for angle and this was are present. So it is a plant basically, but it is a very small plant, lower plant. So in the lower plant, automatically, as naturally, the process occurs. The sporangium with the time, the sporangium bursts, it matures, it bursts, and the spores come out. Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
So, like, like you will be studying about it in your senior classes. Here, like, you just need to know an idea. You just have to have an idea about all the processes with how the asexually how the reproduction can take place. Fine. So, next we talk about the budding. We also talked about budding in the last class. I told you with the help of a diagram in the yeast we did the reproduction process. I have shown you with the help of the diagram. Now today we are going to start. We are continue with the budding. Please put your speakers off. See that all the speakers are off. Thank you. So in the budding process, we have seen budding in the case of yeast, and there we saw that the whole colony is developed. Yes, as you can see in the diagram that is given, I brought the diagram on the board, and you can see the whole yeast colony. The buds they start developing, and the chain of bud could be seen when they detach a new. You can say so many bud, or you can say so many yeast colony. The same way, today we are going to talk about another organism, and that is Hydra. We are going to see the budding in Hydra, but here budding is different from this yeast cell. There the chain were found, yes, but here it's not like that. Only one bud arises, and from that one bud, one individual arises. So just have a look in the book. See, there are the first I'll talk about Hydra. You need to know how does it look like? How does Hydra look like? You can put your videos on for the time being till I'm not using the board. How does Hydra look like? Come on, quickly tell me.
Ma'am, a plant like.
Yes, it looks like a plant, but it's not a plant, first of all. It's not a plant,
Yeah.
it's an animal, but a very lower animal. Fine? A very lower animal, and corals. Then corals are also, these are also animals. These, you can say, these are sponges basically. Fine? And they are found in the sea. And when they dry up, they become sponge, you can say, or they become hard like, sometimes they become hard like rock, but they are actually the animals. Fine. So in them, we talk about the budding process. So we have the whole body, the diagram of the Hydra is given. So I'll just discuss with you what is important that you need to know. Like this is the body of Hydra. Basically, you need to keep in mind that it has tentacles. These are tentacles and tentacles. Fine. And this is the body of Hydra. Fine. So all of a sudden, what happens that when the Hydra needs to reproduce asexually, a small bud, as in case of yeast, we have seen a small bud-like structure arises, and this bud-like structure, arises. And then what happens that it develops. Yes, it develops, and then it detaches. It detaches from the parent body. It detaches from the parent body, and you will see that a new Hydra is formed. So here you see that budding occurs, but from the budding the chain of buds is not formed, and that is why the resultant or the individual that is seen is one in number. So that is what you can see, daughter Hydra. So you can see the parent, from the parent body the new individual's body get detaches, हट जाएगी, अलग हो जाएगी, and now this new individual will become a new Hydra. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now, you have a word in your book, you have a term in your book which says protuberance. Protuberance Protuberance means children when something comes out. So this is a protuberance, a small protuberance. This is a small growth, outgrowth-like structure which can be seen, that is protuberance, which starts developing into a new hydra till it is attached with the hydra. Then later, as it grows, it detaches from the parent body and it acts as a new individual. Again, we will call it daughter hydra. Fine?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you repeat Tigura?
How better?
Ma'am, can you repeat what you have said right now? I was not able to hear it properly.
There is a term given in your book which says protuberance. So in case you ask, I've already told you that protuberance means a little outgrowth which comes from something. So we have the parent body and this is another small outgrowth which is called protuberance. Okay. If you see, if you look into the book on 137, please put your speakers off. If you look on page number 137, second paragraph, you see in capitals, it is written protuberance, a small protuberance or bud. That is the that's protuberance. Okay. I hope this is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next we talk about, now this is over. We have talked about asexual methods. First one, we have talked about binary fission. Then we talked about multiple fission. We talked about spore formation. Then about budding. Budding, we have talked about two examples, that is budding in yeast, where the colony is formed, and budding in hybrid. Now we will be talking about another type of, or you can say another way in which the organisms reproduce asexually, and that is fragmentation. Now just tell me, what is the meaning of fragments? Fragment.
Ma'am, small pieces. Ma'am, small
Please
pieces.
tell your name. When you give the answer, please tell your name also.
Ma'am, Akshat Singh.
Yes, Akshat, you're correct. Small pieces. Like supposing I take this pencil, fine, and if I break it into 3 small pieces, those will be the fragments or the fragments of the pencil. Correct? Right? So this is another way of reproducing asexually, that the whole body of an organism, the body of the organism, it breaks into pieces. Now how it breaks into pieces? Nobody cuts it. It's because naturally, sometimes if they are present in water because of the strong water currents, yes, or any other external factor, supposing they strike something and their body breaks into pieces, then what happens? Please be very, very careful. Then what happens, that these small pieces, like supposing the body of an organism has broken into 2 pieces, so both the pieces, they have the capability, they have their, this is natural, that they are going to develop into a full organism. From that broken piece, a new organism will be formed. Yes, so this is called fragmentation. Clear? Now I'll be telling you about fragmentation. I'll be explaining it to you with the help of examples. So we'll be talking about an algae. Did I tell you what is an algae? Algae क्या होती है?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You have told us.
Yes. Yes. Sometimes. Okay. Sometimes you must have seen. You must now. Okay. Though for those who do not know, or those who do not have an idea, let me tell you. Sometimes you see that the water becomes green. Sometimes you must have seen in the lakes and the ponds, the water is all green. Yes, it is because of the kai, because of algae. Then many of the times the floor, some of the places where there is a possibility of water, फिसल जाते हैं, चल नहीं पाते हैं. Yes, it is slippery. That is all green in color. Yes, on the mud, there is something very slippery. That is the growth of the algae. So that is algae. So one of the algae is a filamentous algae, and that is Spirogyra, which we are going to take as an example for understanding the process of fragmentation. Okay. So here there is something special about this organism. It is a filamentous algae. Filament means a tube-like structure. Fragmentation. So here you see basically that it is this type of algae. Here the chloroplast. Now since it is a plant, so plants have chloroplast, chlorophyll. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Plants have
Yes,
chlorophyll.
ma'am.
Yes, so this spiral structure, this spiral structure that you see in the diagram, that is the what? That is the
Ma'am, spiral chloroplast.
yes, it is the chloroplast. And then what else is example? What else is important for a cell? We have already discussed. What else? If this is
Ma'am,
a cell,
nucleus.
Ma'am, nucleus.
Ma'am, nucleus. Ma'am,
we should
nucleus.
have
Ma'am,
nucleus.
nucleus.
Yes. So here you see that the nucleus is a little bit
Excuse me, ma'am.
elongated.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, I'm not able to hear your voice
Okay.
properly.
This is a filamentous algae where you see filament. Filament means tube-like structure. This algae means very small green lower plants. Generally, you can, like for now, you are in class 7, you can understand that these make the floor slippery. Fine? Then, when you talk about one of the algae, that is Spirogyra, taking why Spirogyra? Because here you have spiral shaped chloroplast. Now, you know that all the plants, green plants, they have a characteristic feature of having chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is present inside chloroplast. So here in these plants, in these algae, the chloroplast, the shape of the chloroplast is spiral, and that is why this organism is termed as Spirogyra. Then I told, after that I asked you that what is important for a cell to contain. So it should contain nucleus. So we see in your book also, just observe it very carefully. Some bluish gray structure you can see, hyaline structure. Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
And that is the nucleus. So here you see that the nucleus is elongated. Now you know that for division, nucleus is important. Now what happens, that supposing this strikes, all of a sudden water currents are there, strong water current, and the body breaks. So when the body breaks, this supposedly breaks into small pieces. Fine. It breaks into small pieces, and in all the pieces, nucleus is there. And these all three pieces, they are going to automatically develop into new Spirogyra cell. New algae, Spirogyra algae. This is called fragmentation. Is it clear, children?
Excuse me,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, it only happens in water.
Because this I told you algae is basically present in water or the areas where water is available. It may be, see, this is the case with the algae. We'll be doing another example. I just told you that it may be that water is responsible, it may be air is responsible, it may be some other physical factor is responsible for breaking of the body. Fine. Like you have one more organism, like you have planaria. See in the book. Then you will get the answer of the question that you're asking. Just see. Regeneration in planaria. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
here also, just see. That was the whole body of planaria. Yes, it got cut. It got cut into three pieces. Just a minute, children. Yes. So we were discussing about planaria, and here we saw that what do we see, that the planaria, its body cuts into three pieces. Now just see that all the three pieces, they develop into new planaria. Can you see daughter planarians? Have a look.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, so it's not always water. other factors which are responsible for the breaking of the body. These keep moving here and there. So it may be anything that they strike, and because of which the body gets cut into pieces. Fine, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
fragmentation we have seen in this Spirogyra, and we have seen regeneration where the whole body regenerates. Regenerate means automatically develops again. Fine. See, there's a difference. Fragmentation from a piece, it is developing. Regeneration, the whole body develops, and these are the two examples which explain that. So we have done about fragmentation. We have also talked about regeneration. Now what you will do? You will read it. Like that day you came up, like I just told you about sporangium, and you just read it and you found that what does it mean. So the same way, if you read the text line by line, if you find any problem, please ask me, I'll explain it to you. Fine. And be patient enough. If the answer is, like if it is possible for me to type the answer, I type it. If I explain, I just send you an audio. If not, then of course I'll be explaining it into the next class. Sometimes we need the board for explanation, isn't it? And moreover, like maybe that is the problem for all the children. So just be patient, and please send your problem. Please do not sit like that. Fine, fine. You should
Excuse me,
understand.
ma'am.
So today we have done fragmentation. We have done regeneration. You will go through it properly. You will understand it. If you find any problem, just inform me. So till we meet again. Take care of
Excuse me,
yourself.
ma'am.
Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, I have a query. Ma'am, you said that you will make me understand in the class. Ma'am, on
Yes.
page number 135.
Please tell me, what is it?
Ma'am, last paragraph, second line, starting from in asexual reproduction, new plants till seeds or spores. Ma'am, only one line.
Page number 135, beta.
Yes, ma'am, last para. As a
Yes.
result, that para. And second line,
Yes.
in asexual reproduction.
New plants are produced without the production of seeds and spores. That means
Yes, ma'am.
that, like, see, the seeds are, have you ever seen right now, did we find any seed here? अभी तक हमने कोई seed, and I have been saying again and again, lower plant, छोटे plant मतलब size में छोटे नहीं. The plants whose body is not well developed. So in them, the seed formation process does not take place. And here the spores which we are talking about, again, do not get confused. We have talked about spore. Now you will say, ma'am, spore की बात तो आपने की थी, तो asexual में, not these spores. The other spores which we will be talking about when we will be discussing about the higher plants. So there's a difference. The name remains the same, but there is a difference. Okay, these are produced on the leaf. The spores which we will be talking about, these are produced on the leaf. So with the help of that, the reproduction takes place. So asexual reproduction without seed and spore formation. Fine?
Excuse me,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, in amoeba, how ma'am it moves it, and ma'am, how amoeba moves in water?
I think you asked this question and I give the answer that there are structures which are called
Ma'am,
pseudopodia, false seed. False seeds, false feet are there. It arises like any part of the body becomes a pseudopodia, and with the help of that, the amoeba moves.
Teachers, please right now to make the attendance list of the students who have given their consent and those who are present as well as absent every day. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, Prakhar?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Rest of the problem you can post because I'll be having next class. Okay, children. Bye.
Okay, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.